Oh la la! How do I know where to put my accents and which ones to use? Well, this video will answer this question by looking at two accents on the E. Vous êtes prêts? C'est parti! This video is about the letter E. You need to know that the E without an accent is silent. So the purpose of having all these accents is really to sound that E. And now we're going to look at the accent aigu, which is the acute accent. And to remember this accent, think about an arrow pointing upwards, just like this. And also the sound is E. So let's look at some of those words. Bébé, bébé, which is baby. Épeler. So here I actually chose that word to show you that the E, which is between the P and the L, is actually silent. Épeler, which means to spell. And then préféré, just to show you that you can have as many E's with an acute accent as you need, like préféré, preferred or favorite. So you're going to find that this accent is used a lot because it is found at the beginning of a word, it is found in the middle of a word, and it's found at the end of a word. And that's why we have épeler or préféré. Here, I just wanted to show you that that sound E can be written in three different ways. So you have the E, écouter, j'ai écouté la chanson, I listened to the song, and that is the past participle of écouter. So we are talking of a sentence in the past. Écouter, ER, is also a sound E, but without the accent. Je vais écouter la chanson. I'm going to listen to the song. And here, the reason why we have ER is because it is the infinitive form. You need to remember that when you have two verbs following each other, the second always takes the infinitive form. So the first verb here is vais, and the second is écouter. Therefore, écouter is going to be in the infinitive form. And then the third example is écouter la chanson. So it's an instruction you give, listen to the song. And you're talking to more than one person, so it's going to be an EZ. Or, of course, one person to whom you will be using the vous form. Okay? So it is important to realize that this sound can be written differently. Now we're going to look at another accent, which is called accent grave. So this one is very different because the pronunciation is eh. Eh. You really open your mouth, which is different from the e we had earlier on. And just think of the arrow this way, you know, before we had an arrow going upwards and this one is going downwards. Some examples. You know all these words already. Père, mère, frère, father, mother, brother. And you always say père, mère, and frère. Or j'achète, which is I buy. You can see that the accent is placed on the other, you know, the other way, but there's always a consonant and another E. Have you noticed that? This E accent grave is always found in the middle of a word, and you will never see it at the beginning nor at the end of a word. You will find it after an S that is not a plural word. For example, près, après, progrès, décès. Okay, près is near, après is after, progrès is progress, and décès is death. However, be careful. You will not see an accent on the E if that E is placed next to an X. For example, sexe, examen. As you can see, there's no accent. And to finish, I would like to say that there's no accent if the E is followed by two identical letters. So we have effacé, effacé. So we have the sound E, but we're not going to have the acute accent because of the two Fs. And effacer means to delete. Then we have la terre, R, so it's going to be an accent grave, but because here we have the two R's, we're not going to put it. La messe, same thing, which is mass. La selle, which is saddle. La selle. La fourchette, which is fork. Here's a little exercise for you. As you can see, there's no accent at all in this sentence. And I'm just going to ask you to decide whether you're going to put an A or an E, and you're going to put it, and I'm going to give you the answer in a minute. Think about it. So, did you manage to put the accents? Here's the answer. And you're going to see the E with the accents in red. I'm just going to read those accents. Une deuxième élève est arrivée près de l'école avec sa mère maquillée. So let's read this with a more natural intonation. Une deuxième élève est arrivée près de l'école avec sa mère maquillée. Okay? So that means a second student arrived, so that's the past tense, near the school with her mother with makeup on. Maquiller maquiller is a verb, se maquiller, to wear makeup, all right? Did you get that? A last question for you. C'est terminé. Which accent would you put on the word terminé? Is it accent aigu or accent grave? Well, the answer is c'est terminé with the accent aigu. C'est terminé. And that's true. We've come to the end of this video, and please like it, share it, and don't forget to subscribe. Au revoir!